everyone. So, you may or may not have noticed that I didn't post an episode last week. I've really been trying hard to post one every week. Some weeks I just can't get to it. So, I've been kind of reevaluating and debating, and I'm wondering if I should do 2 episodes a month for now instead of one a week. I like to edit the episodes a little bit, just taking out mouth clicks and when I say like a million times and those kind of things that I find to be annoying. People may not find them to be annoying or notice, but it really gets on my nerves. So I do edit the episodes a little bit just to take out those things that irritate me and bug my ears. I am really slow at editing. Editing a 10-minute clip can take me more than an hour. I'm really slow at it for some reason. I just can't get it quicker. I don't know why. I was sending the episodes out to edit to somebody on Fiverr, and that was really great. But it's like around $15 or $20 each time. I just felt like I didn't really want to spend that money each week. That's about $15 or $20 per week for each episode. And I just didn't want to spend that because it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does add up. I've just been having trouble posting consistently and interviewing consistently because I've just had a lot going on. It feels like I've just been getting kind of slammed the last, I don't know, 33 years, but the last year really has been tough. I've had a lot going on, and I feel like I've had this endless streak of bad luck. My sister calls it a black cloud, so I definitely feel like the cloud has been following me around, and I can't seem to get rid of it. I guess for my own catharsis or therapy, I just wanted to kind of talk about it today. I'm not trying to complain or come off really negative. I just want to air out the struggles I've been dealing with. I think it'll just make me feel better to say it out loud and talk about it. And I am writing a blog about it. It's just my kind of way of getting things out and almost like a diary for me. So basically, we've been in this house almost a year. September 23rd will be a year. So just short of that. When we bought this house, we had a lot of bad luck with this house, and you can read about that on my blog, AccordingtoDes.com. I wrote a whole post about what we went through with this house. We were really looking for a move-in ready house, and we thought that this was it. And when we moved in, we found so many issues that we were not made aware of. And we even tried to contact the other realtors, our realtor, the inspection company, lawyers, and we were left just with the issue and with nothing. And it cost us thousands and thousands of dollars extra on top of everything that we spent to buy the house. And it was money we weren't expecting to have to spend. Things keep coming up with the house that we weren't aware of. Like there's a lot of sewer issues. Our sink always clogs, and they said we have to completely redo the piping and the sewers underneath the house, which is going to be like $20,000. So it's just a lot. We have a lot of issues with our backyard, this like invasive weed that we can't get rid of. We really tried to do landscaping this past spring, and we weren't able to do that because we have to completely get rid of the grass that's in the yard, which is going to take time. I just feel like things have not been going well. So that was almost a year ago, and so we're coming up on the year, and it's definitely better. We're definitely in a better living situation, but it really hurt my bank account. And also, I was working at a job for years that I loved, but I wasn't getting paid a lot at all. I loved the job. I loved my clients. I loved my coworkers and my team, but I was not loving the paycheck. I wasn't making enough money to live. Last year, I finally got a job that paid much higher, but I'm still playing catch up from all the debt I accrued during that time. So I'm still kind of playing catch up over this last year. I bought a car because me and Mark, for years, I was sharing his car because I didn't really go anywhere. I would take the bus. I'd get rides with very generous friends and carpool and stuff like that. And I would walk home from work. So I didn't really need a car. But once we moved here to Colorado, I did really need a car. So I was sharing his car at first for the first few months. And then I really needed my own car. So I bought a brand new car in March 2019, Hyundai Elantra. Blue, beautiful, super cute, got me from A to B. Very freeing to have my own car and not have to rely on Mark. There were several times we'd have to cancel plans because we both had different plans at the same time. So it was a hassle. Finally got my brand new car literally a year later in March of 2020. I saw 3 dogs running in the street. And if you know anything about me, I rescue animals all the time and take in strays and stuff. So it was nothing new. Saw the 3 dogs right on the corner of my house. So I called Mark and I said, hey, there's 3 dogs running in the street. They almost got hit by cars. I called Mark. I said, can you come outside with some food so I could attract them? They all had collars on, but with no identifying information. I saw these dogs because I was on my way to the vet with my cat. So my cat was in my car and I got the one dog in my car and I said, can you bring Raffy to the vet? I'm going to try to get the other dogs. Can you just take that dog with you? Like, he's really sweet and well behaved. You know, he's fine. So Mark hops in the car. He drives our cat to the vet. He calls me a little while later and says that the dog threw up all over my car, like projectile vomited. The throw up got everywhere. I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like, I have to clean it. Mark said it's not cleanable. Like, I've been trying to clean it. The vet brought me out paper towels. Like, I can't get anything out. That's been a huge hassle the last few months. It's August now, and that happened in March. It couldn't get cleaned. I had to bring it to a detailer, and they professionally cleaned it. It looked spotless. They got out every stain. It looked beautiful. That was almost $200 or like $150, something like that. It looked really good and I was really happy, but they couldn't get the smell out. So the whole car smelled like throw up. It wasn't just a little stench or a little smell, it was nauseating. I couldn't drive my car. My car wasn't drivable with that smell. So I brought it to the dealership under warranty and they cleaned it, couldn't get the smell out. They said they got it out, but they didn't. Brought it to another place to get an enzyme bomb, which made my car smell like chlorine. Couldn't drive it because it smelled like chlorine really badly, and I got really sick from the smell driving it home from that place. I even wore my quarantine mask, and I still got really sick. I had a really bad headache. I think I poisoned myself, which was awesome. Smell got much better. My car's drivable now, but it still smells. So Mark bought an ozone machine. Oh, and before that, I bought Ozium and left it in my car. That helped while it was in the car, but the second I took it out, it didn't help. The smell came back. So Mark bought an ozone machine. We used that once. It helped a little bit, but the smell came back. So we just can't get the smell out, and I'm just really depressed about it because I'm literally going to have this car like 10 more years, and it smells really bad, like vomit. And like dog, when you smell the seats, it smells like a mutt. That was really bad. So like 6 months later. I am a really clumsy person, and this causes a lot of issues in my life. I'm constantly covered in bruises. I always kind of like joke that people are going to think Mark's hurting me because I'm really always covered in bruises. Really big bruises too, not like a little bruise, but like giant bruises on my legs because I just walk into everything. I swear the other day I thought I broke my toe because I stubbed it so hard on something and I couldn't walk for a minute. It knocked the wind out of me and I really thought I broke it because I couldn't bend my toes. We have 2 sets of cups. We have 1 set of glass cups and we have 1 set of plastic. And the plastic are for me because this set of glass cups are new because our previous set are all gone and broken in the trash because I broke every single one of them. That glass set is Mark's and I have plastic. I do not use the glass set. Knowing I'm a really clumsy person and I guess just an idiot, I got up from the couch and I had been using my external hard drive a lot for blogging. All my pictures and videos and everything are on there. My personal documents, like my budget, everything is on there. So I had been using it a lot during quarantine. I was trying to blog a lot and get caught up on travel blogs. And I tripped. All I did was trip over the wire. It knocked my external hard drive to the ground. I thought to myself, I've dropped it a million times before, which I have, and it's been fine. I didn't even think anything of it. I just put it on the coffee table, and that was it. I went about my night. The next day, I went to use my external hard drive. I plugged it in, and it was making crazy sounds, and my heart just sunk. My stomach sunk. I was so nervous. Mark told me to unplug it. I unplugged it, and he said, you have to go to a data recovery specialist because there's no way we could get anything off of this thing right now. So I was really, really scared because literally my whole life was on that external hard drive. This happened last month. This happened in July, I believe. My whole life is on that external hard drive. Every picture I've ever taken, every video I've ever taken. And the reason I moved everything off of my external hard drive was because my computer was crashing. My laptop was crashing. And Mark said, you need to move everything off your laptop. Your laptop's going to crash and you're going to lose everything. Well, I deleted everything off of my laptop thinking it was going to crash. I don't know why I didn't leave things on it, but it wouldn't have been everything anyway. I moved everything off of my laptop and moved it to my external hard drive, and then I broke my external hard drive. I called around. I got estimates from a bunch of people. I think I got like 5 or 6, maybe even 7 estimates. They were all quoting me between $900 and $2,000. And I was just devastated because I'm already financially not doing well. Like I said, I'm still catching up from all my previous debt I accrued from my job that didn't pay me well that I worked at for years. And we had just bought the house, and then we had to put thousands of dollars we didn't expect to put into the house because of the issues. And I knew I needed a new laptop because it was crashing. I have needed one for like a year or two, but I wasn't buying one because I didn't want to spend the money. So just the thought of having to spend between $1,000 and $2,000 to just recover the data that was on my external hard drive just made me literally sick to my stomach. I found one company that got really, really good reviews, and I contacted him, and he said, bring it in today and I'll do an evaluation. So he quoted me some prices. They were on a scale of time. So it was, in 1 to 2 days, it'll be this price. If you want to wait 30 days for basically when I have time and I'm not working on other projects, it'll be this price. And that was the lowest price. I had to go with that price, and it was still almost $1,000. I think it was $800, I believe. It was still really expensive, but he was the lowest price that I could find. And he had really, really amazing reviews. But just knowing that I might lose everything I've ever taken, videos, pictures, my projects, children's books that I've written, like worksheets, just everything. I was so devastated. I was in bed crying for days. I could not even think about it because I got physically sick to my stomach. I was so devastated. I thought it was going to be the longest month of my life, but when he called me to tell me that I could come review the data he recovered, I honestly didn't want to. I did a pretty good job that month of not thinking about it. Anytime it crossed my mind, I really pushed the thought out of my mind because I honestly didn't want to know. I thought even if he recovered like 90% or 95% of the data, I have so much data on there, I would have been so upset. By some miracle, he recovered literally almost everything. He has a folder labeled called problem folder. So it's all the corrupted files that he recovered them, but they're not working. Like if it's a video, it's not playing, that kind of thing. There's only a few things in there, a few pictures and a few videos. I think 3 to 5 videos. And a few of them are on YouTube, so I can download them from YouTube. So that was such a huge relief. I didn't expect it, but I started crying. I was so relieved, and I've never felt that way before. I've never had that feeling where I was so relieved or so happy that I burst into tears and didn't expect it. So that was really, really just a high of the day. And then we got home. We went and grabbed dinner, kind of like a celebratory dinner. We went and got burritos from this really, really good Mexican restaurant, and we got drinks from there, like horchata and rice pudding and flan and stuff. We got this whole meal because we were happy. So we got home, and our cat, Lily, was not doing well. She started growling, and she wouldn't come and eat, which is very weird for her. She didn't come to the door. She's like a little dog. When we come home, she runs to the door to greet us. She didn't get up to greet us. She was laying a few feet away, and I thought that was very weird. She's always begging us for food. She didn't beg for food, which I thought was strange. And I went to feed her. She wouldn't come to eat. And she stood up and she was growling and crying and screaming in pain. And she fell over and couldn't get up. So we rushed her to the emergency vet. I was scared to even pick her up because she was growling so much to put her in the carrier. So we took the top off the carrier and stuck her in that way to minimize how much we were touching her. So we rushed her to the emergency vet. We were there 3 hours. They finally examined her, and they called us, and they told us basically that we had to euthanize her. They said she had a hypertensive crisis, and we think it's a blood clot that moved from her heart to her legs because she can't walk and she's in a lot of pain. They had her on pain medicine, but it wasn't really working. They were going to put her on heavier pain medication. So they basically said, with this kind of disease and issue, it's not curable. This will happen again, and it's better to put her out of her misery. We were hysterical. We were beside ourselves. It's not what I expected. He basically said, you can euthanize her tonight, or you can do an ultrasound tomorrow to confirm my diagnosis and put her down after the diagnosis comes back. And we said, well, yeah, we want to get the ultrasound. We want the diagnosis. It's an emergency vet. So a different vet called us the next day. I mean, we called throughout the day because they were just taking so long to do the ultrasound. They called us, it was like 4:00. So she was there almost 24 hours because we dropped her off at 6:30. I'm in bed crying all day. I can't even get out of bed. I had work meetings and I was like crying on the meetings. So I was keeping my camera off and my microphone off. Wasn't really participating at work, and I texted a few coworkers letting them know what was going on, and I was like, I'm having a really hard day. I'm not going to be really present at work today. I'll be on the meetings, but I'm not going to participate. So we finally hear from the vet, a different vet, and she calls and says, well, the ultrasound was clear. You can come pick her up. What? We were like, wait, I'm really confused because we were preparing to put her to sleep, and now you're telling us to bring her home. I don't understand. And she was like, yeah, I know it's really confusing, but we didn't find anything on the ultrasound. There's no signs of blood clots. I don't think it was a blood clot. And we were like, but the vet last night was adamant it was a blood clot. And she said, yeah, I don't think so. I don't agree. So she did say she had a hypertensive crisis though, and it could have been a stroke. It could have been her arthritis, which we originally thought it was, but I don't know. It was just very unnerving to not know the truth. But we were happy that we were able to bring her home and have some more time with her. I was just really nervous because the vet said if this happens again, you need to euthanize her because it's, inhumane. She's in a lot of pain. We brought her home and we had a follow-up with her regular vet on Monday. He said she didn't have a hypertensive crisis and it wasn't a blood clot, but he doesn't know what's wrong, but it's not anything those two vets said. So we have now 3 vets tell us 3 different things, and we don't know what the issue is. We don't know what happened. We just know she was in a lot of pain, and it cost us around $2,000 because she was in an emergency vet and needed all these tests and blood work and all this stuff done, and she has 2 vet follow-up appointments, so running around $2,000 now for that issue that we still don't know what the issue is or the cause or how to fix it. She's on medicine now, but her regular vet told us that she doesn't need to be on that medication, so we're weaning her off of it. I don't like playing this kind of gamble with my cat's life. I was really upset about that too because next month in September, I've had her 10 years. I got her 10 years ago, 2010. September 9th, I brought her home. She was a stray on the street, and I brought her home with me, and here she is now living in Colorado from upstate New York as a stray, so kind of funny. So I was really upset we weren't going to make our 10-year anniversary. She seems to be doing better now. She's really happy, purring, cuddling, but now we're just on edge because we don't know what's wrong. And we were going to go away that weekend. Obviously, we canceled because we didn't know what was going on. And obviously, if we had to put her down, we were not going to be in the mood to be exploring a national park, even as beautiful as it would have been. So we canceled our trip and we didn't get all our money back, but the Airbnb person was like super nice, and she requested Airbnb give us back our money because somebody booked that weekend as soon as we canceled it. So that was super, super nice of her. There are really good, nice people in the world. So thank you to that woman. You really made that issue and devastation just a little bit easier with your niceness. My computer crashed. Had to buy a new one. So I bought a new one. That was around $1,000. I think I bought it for $800 something, so almost $1,000. Then my phone charger broke. I really need to buy a new one, but the Apple ones are kind of expensive for iPhone. I've been using Mark's. He hates Apple, but he has an iPhone for work. So I've been using his iPhone charger, but I really need 2 of my own because I'm always stealing his and he always needs it. I had another one, but one of my students at school stole it from my desk. I was really upset about that because they're literally like $30 each. Somebody stole it. I think I know who stole it, but I confronted her and she screamed at me for accusing her, but whatever. I didn't accuse her. I just asked. Now my phone is glitching. I don't know why my phone is glitching, but my phone is glitching. It's not working. I'm not getting some texts. It's not turning on. When I take videos, it's not taking the video. When I open the camera, it's a black screen. It's an iPhone 8. I've had it a few years and I bought it used, so it's time to buy a new one, but I really don't want to because I'm going through financial devastation right now. So yeah, I wrote a short script and it keeps getting rejected over and over and over again. I keep thinking I'm making it better, but apparently I'm making it worse, so that's been very annoying. and stressful. I had to find an intern for my job, and I was sent 3 interns to interview. The first one, I emailed her to set up the interview, and she said, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I already accepted another position." Okay, no problem. I have 2 more. I interviewed both of them separately, obviously. I offered them both the position, and they both told me that they had accepted other positions. So I am internless, which is rough because it's nice to have extra help at work. So that was really annoying. I took the time to read all of their stuff, their cover letters, their resumes. I came up with interview questions, obviously spent an hour or so on the phone with each of them, and they both rejected me. So I felt kind of rejected. I shouldn't have, but I did. This actually happened before Lily, but Raffi licked Mark's head. Mark has been using Rogaine because his hair's really thinning and he's going bald. So he had been using Rogaine for a month when Raffi licked his head. I would have thought nothing of it. I would have been like, oh, it's fine. It's probably nothing. Mark, being the person that he is, the little investigator, he looked it up and finds all of these things that say Rogaine is lethal to your pets. Rogaine is lethal to your cats. Your cat will die if it licks Rogaine. Your animal will die. We freaked out, obviously. He called our vet, but they were closing soon, obviously, because it was in the evening when nothing is open. So thanks, Raffi, for choosing optimal timing. So we called our vet, and they said, you need to get him to an emergency vet right now. So we called the emergency vet, rushed Raffi to the emergency vet. He was there overnight. They had to flush his body. They basically said they were treating him as if he was poisoned. So they were doing everything to prevent him from dying from the toxic Rogaine. So if you are using Rogaine, if you have pets, please know that it is lethal and toxic to your pets. If they lick it, they can die. I don't know why, but something in it is very toxic to pets. We didn't know. Mark threw out the Rogaine, so now I am going to have a bald boyfriend, but an alive cat. Thankfully, Raffi was okay. But that was also a big vet bill. Also, I've been getting headaches every day. I've been feeling really sick, and I think it's because I've been working from home and I'm just on my computer all day, every day, pretty much because I'm on my computer for work all day from 7:30 or 8 until 3:30 for work. And then as soon as work is over, I work on my own personal stuff, my screenwriting, editing podcasts, my travel blog, all that kind of stuff. So I'm on my computer for hours at night working on my own personal stuff. So this adds up to be all day. I live on my computer pretty much, which I don't want to live on my computer, but I do. So I was feeling really sick. My eyes were straining. I was really, really feeling bad. So everybody's been recommending those blue light blocking glasses. So I ordered them right away when I didn't feel good the other day. I felt kind of like almost a migraine coming on. It never gets to the point of a migraine, but it's always like a very throbbing pain behind my eyes. I ordered the blue light glasses right away. I got them 2 days ago. They seem to be helping. I'm going to have to wear them more to see, but I didn't have an eye strain headache today, and I used them all day, so that's really good. I have a lot of teeth issues. My gums are really sensitive, and my teeth are really sensitive, and I get cavities very, very easily, so I've been having a lot of toothaches. I had really bad luck at the dentist last year. I went to a new dentist, obviously, because we moved here. I had to find a new dentist, and I didn't like them at all. They just felt very scammy. They told me I needed all this work done that I never needed before, that I've never heard from any dentist I've been to before. They told me I had to take out all 4 wisdom teeth because I still have them in, but they've never caused me an issue at all. They wanted to take all 4 out. They just told me all of these issues that I have with my teeth that I've never had before. So I didn't want to go back to them, but I've been having a lot of toothaches, and I have a receding gum line, and it's getting really bad. My gums are really receding a lot to the point it's like hurting when I eat. So I'm really nervous about that. I really need to go to the dentist for it, but I'm not even sure what they could do about it because I've heard that gum receding surgery is not good and not helpful, and they just recede again anyway. So I'm not really sure what a dentist can do about it, and I hate going to the dentist because they try to pry around near there, and it hurts a lot. It's like a shooting lightning bolt going through my entire body, and I really, really don't like it. So yeah, my left leg has been hurting a lot. I've been trying to get back into stretching because I was stretching and working out every day starting in March because of the quarantine, and I haven't been doing that at all. I got back from Arizona and never worked out or stretched again. So I've been trying to get back into it, but I hurt myself the other day. So even just laying down or sitting hurts a lot. So that sucks. I'm definitely getting older and my body feels it. And I have this horrible pain in my neck, the left side of my neck, from being on my computer all day and having just bad posture in general. So I really need to go to a chiropractor. But because I just kind of don't have money right now, I've been holding off on the dentist and the chiropractor. And it sucks to feel like you have to hold back from doing stuff for your health. But that's how I've been feeling. So I do definitely need to go to the chiropractor and dentist and eye doctor because I have a lot of eye issues as well. So yeah, my health is going downhill. I felt like when I turned 30, I immediately became just ill. Literally on my 30th birthday party, I had a big 30th birthday party to bring in the new decade. I was deathly ill at this birthday party. I was loaded up on medication. All my friends were drinking and eating because it was a buffet and I could barely eat. Everybody was trying to give me drinks and toast with me, and I couldn't drink because I was on heavy medication because I was so sick. My family came up for the party, and then Sunday they left and they headed down back to the city, and I laid in bed all day. So sick. I made it through my party, and the next day I crashed and I was sick for like a week. All my friends and coworkers are at my party, and I had to call out of work like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I was so sick. I just felt like the second I turned 30, my health just steadily declines, and I am now 33. I'm going to be 34 next month, and it's declining a lot. I've been going through kind of a lot. It's been very stressful. Been trying to stay positive, but it's hard sometimes. It's really stressful, and I don't really have a solution for any of these things. Some of them worked out, like Lily and Rafi and my hard drive, and I bought a new laptop. And I bought 2 external hard drives because never making that mistake again. And Mark bought a cloud drive. It's called iDrive. So my stuff should be safe. Buying the external hard drives and everything costs a lot of money. So because I'm not in the greatest place financially right now, I just can't pursue kind of other things that I'm trying to do. So anyway, this was just kind of my update to say that things have been kind of rough, and just in general, you never know what people are going through. I talk to a lot of people and they tell me what's going on with them. And obviously, like, I'm a school social worker, so I hear about what's going on in kids' lives. And you just never know what people are going through. And people are having hard times, especially this year. Besides COVID and everything, and all our trips getting canceled and people losing their jobs and everything, this year is jinxed and people are having a really hard time. I know several people that their pets aren't doing well. I know several people that are having really bad luck or in breakups and whatnot. And it's just a really hard year in general. Just be nice to other people, take care of yourself, take care of your friends and family. Everybody's kind of going through a rough time and things are hard, but things will get better. These things are temporary. That's all. That's my life in a nutshell. Anyway, this is According to Des, and feel free to join my Facebook group. That would be really great. It's facebook.com/groups/According to Des. It's a really fun, supportive, and encouraging community, so definitely join that, and I will see you on there. And feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what's going on with you, because I just rambled about my life for 30 minutes, so I want to hear what's going on with you. All right, until next time.